Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hold on to your hats because this is ship updates and this is a good one. This is a happy ship updates. This is an upbeat episode. This is one of those things that when I see it, I just go, oh shit, here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity for the backers. And it has to do with a ship or a vehicle rather that I thought was going to be, interesting. It was going to be an LTI token. I wasn't all that excited about the Rock. I mean, I think that's kind of obvious. Now, I have to admit a certain amount of personal bias here. I guess way back in the day in EVE Online, I had run too many ice mining ops for my, not guild, corp, and trying to keep those posses fueled. And it scarred me for life, guys. It scarred me for life. And the idea of using mining lasers is just an abomination to me now. I realize other people, cool, that's chill, that's your fun, that's, that's how you get into the chill zone and enjoy yourself, whatever. Cool. I was not all that excited, but it is a good idea for the game. It is something that makes sense, and yes, it fits on a Drake Cutlass. And that is going to be something that we are going to talk about right now. Because along with the arrival of the Rock came just a golden opportunity. And these don't come up often. Usually when CIG sells a new thing, there's questionable pricing. There's, is this really going to live up to what they say it's going to be? Is it going to, when is it going to be flight ready? Yada, yada, yada. There's often a lot of humming and hawing that goes on there. They say it's going to do this, but is it actually? And the Rock is something that is delivered ready to go. It's something that, unfortunately, yes, you cannot spawn it directly onto your ship at this time. But if you look at the Rock sale page, you may see the golden opportunity. Oh, hey, here we go. Here's the Rock. It's $50 for War Bond. But look at this. The Rock and Brawl pack. A Drake Cutlass Black and a Rock with LTI for $140. $140. So you're getting the Rock at a discount above the discount that you were already seeing above for War Bond, and you're getting a flight ready LTI Drake Cutlass Black for less than it goes for normally. And the Drake Cutlass Black is an extremely popular ship in the Star Citizen universe. And there's good reason for it, because it's an extremely good ship in the Star Citizen universe. This is, in my opinion, the best potential starter ship that you can get in Star Citizen. Forget all the other nonsense. This is the ship. And here you can get it with LTI for less than it sells for on the website normally without it. When I saw that price, I just kind of went, was that a typo? Did somebody's finger slip when they typed that? Because that's an uncharacteristic deal. And, some people don't like Drake ships. I get that. But the other thing that I hear when people say they dislike Drake ships is the people who own them, who resent them because once they start flying them, they're like, I always end up just flying my Drake Cutlass Black because it just does everything I need it to do. So it just ends up becoming my default ship, and I'm always flying it, which I kind of regret, but it's just, I don't know what I'm going to do today, so I just get in the Drake because it does everything, and it does it well enough. That's a deal, dude. If you don't own a Drake Cutlass Black, or if you're a player starting out and you're looking to get a leg up in the game, a serious leg up, man, that is a fantastic ship, and I'm not the only one out there saying it. It's the third most popular ship in Star Citizen right now, and there's a reason for that. But let's move on because there's more good news. The Mercury Star Runner is, especially when you're thinking about smuggling, is a very hotly anticipated ship. There's a lot of people who are big fans of the ship. There are some voices out there who feel that it should be more heavily armed, but this is kind of a different case with this ship. I would argue that it is not a combat vessel. This is a vessel that's meant to escape from combat. It's not a ship that is meant to, kind of engage directly in combat. Some people feel that it's been slighted in that direction. I have taken the wait and see approach on this ship. Now, if the engines, the speed, the maneuverability, the handling of the ship are entirely insufficient, then yeah, I am going to start to crow about the weapons. But it is supposed to be a ship that's, meant to escape combat, not engage in combat. So I'm willing to wait and see and give it the benefit of the doubt. But there's a lot of people out there who are pretty hyped about the Star Runner, and we know that the Star Runner is in production. And now we've gotten an update. Now, the last time that we had seen the Star Runner, things were not that far along, right? Things were certainly in the very early stages. And as many of you know, many of us know that CIG can sometimes do an about face on priorities and on the ship pipeline. And so we weren't really in a place where you could see them saying, well, it's practically done, so let's just finish it. And with Star Citizen or Squadron 42 coming out really soon, it can kind of make you a little nervous. Are they going to sideline it to get some other ship done? That sort of thing. It's the kind of things that if you've been around Star Citizen a long enough time, you're used to seeing this happen. Well, that's not the case. The Star Runner is indeed moving forward. Now, I haven't seen an updated exterior, but the new interior, very reminiscent of the pristine Millennium Falcon from Solo. It looks fantastic. It really, really does. So I think 311, is it going to hit the 311 release date? Yeah. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty secure that this ship is going to be delivered. Will 311 hit the 311 release date? Remains to be seen, but at least we know when it gets out, the Star Runner is going to be there, and that's a great thing. Now, another thing you might want to think about, especially if you're looking at, say, that Drake Cutlass Black package, with a little bit of interest, the Star Runner actually carries just over twice as much cargo as the Drake Cutlass Black does. And it can also carry a vehicle. So if you're looking for an upgrade and you want to go into smuggling, but you still want to be able to carry your mining vehicle, that's a pretty nice ship. That is a pretty nice ship to look at. The Corsair, we haven't seen hide nor hair of it in the production pipeline yet, but the Star Runner is definitely a ship that a lot of people are looking forward to. Other ships indeed moving forward are the Origin, their starter ships, the the 100 series or the LTI token series. I forget what they're called, but there's a bunch of different names for them. But yeah, they're moving forward. So if anybody still has one and hasn't upgraded from it to something that they actually want, yeah, they're gonna get there eventually. Another ship to look forward to, though, if I'm correct, it does not yet pop up on the roadmap, is the Hercules Starlifter. Now, this is kind of like your big, heavy cargo ship. This is the ship that I think is going to step in and replace, in certain areas, the Drake Caterpillar, which right now is kind of the king daddy of cargo ships in the game. So this is the big rival. And there's an added thing with the Hercules Starlifter, is it is technically the only spaceship right now that can transport the ballista. So for those of you that, invested in the ballista, I guess like a year ago, because it was like the Rock, basically flight ready or game ready, in this case, you might soon have a ship that you can actually use to transport this to places of consequence. When the ballista was released, the one unfortunate side effect was there were no ships in the game that could actually carry it, and you could only spawn it at certain landing sites. So once you spawned it, you couldn't actually take it anywhere to do anything with it. unfortunately. It was kind of a really bad situation. It was really unfortunate because it is kind of a cool vehicle. It's just you couldn't take it anywhere and do anything with it. Now you potentially can, as long as you own a Hercules Starlifter or know someone who does. So that's kind of good news. Now I'm going to end this episode off with a bit of a request from CIG, if you are indeed watching this video. You know what would be really, really great? What would be super amazing, awesome, if we could implement that feature that allows us to spawn a ship within a ship. I know, we've heard about it. We've heard whispering, we've heard rumors, we've heard acknowledgments that it's something that can be done and could possibly be done in the near future. I would like to see that locked in for 3.11. That would be amazing. I know things may come up. There may be certain hurdles that you need to get over in order to do that, but honestly, we're getting some really good team ups here. We're getting the Ballista to go with the Starlifter. We're getting the Rock, which can go with just about any ship that can carry a ground vehicle because it's so small. And, we already have things like the space bikes, which can be carried along in other vehicles. The only real drawback to a lot of these things is you have to go to a landing site, pick them up, load them onto your ship, and then go do what you want to do. Whereas realistically, you should be able to spawn them on other ships. And I think we'll see a lot more use and a lot more diversity in vehicle usage within Star Citizen if we remove this, somewhat understandable but unnecessary vehicle hindrance. If we can get it to the point where we can either spawn 2 vehicles on a landing pad as long as they fit within that landing pad, like let's say I go to Grim Hex and there's a big landing pad there and I can spawn a big ship or my Drake Cutlass Black, and I can also spawn a Rock within that hangar as long as there's space, something simple like that. And I just have to drive it on and then fly away. If we can get something like that in time for 3.11, that would be amazing. I really wish it had come with the release of the Rock. Hopefully sometime soon we'll see that. But anyways, that's it for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.